just received my Tremec T5 5-speed transmission from the place I bought it from, and I'm getting ready to put it in my car. So just wanted to show it to you. And yeah, it came with the flywheel, pressure plate, clutch, and I even got the adapter plate bell housing. Got it right here. I just put this on, you know, just temporarily. But yeah, this bolts up to the motor, and this side goes to the transmission. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go grab my car and put it on the lift and start pulling the other transmission out. Well, gotta put the jaw back on. I had it at the powder coater so they matched the color for the pump. So I'm gonna put that back on so I don't mess this up. There's like a spring in here. Just gonna clip it on there. Got that all ready. Let's rip it apart. Yeah, right now it's a 3-speed, you know, but it's pretty old. Probably one of the original transmissions. And when I do 50 miles an hour, it starts revving out. So that's one of the reasons I bought that transmission. Plus, it grinds every time I put it in first gear. So it's pretty old school. So, all right, I want to start taking it apart. Well, I ran into a little problem. I got to cut the rear transmission mount off because when they built the car, they put the tranny and the engine in at one time. So the tranny won't come out because it's hitting the mount because it's welded, the tranny mount. So I got to torch it off. Man, if it was easy, man, nothing's easy, I tell you. great. Hopefully I can lower the tranny now and get to the top bolt. This way here. Man, there's always one bolt. It's so hard to get to. But I'm getting it slowly. It's in the worst spot. Oh man, I got it. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. All right, see if we can get this tranny out of here. All right, I gotta lower it down because I gotta disconnect the shifter. So I gotta get to it. Cool. Get that off. Man, that's great. All right, well, tried to get the transmission out, and I got it about an inch away from the bell housing, but like I got another problem. It's I got to get the motor to go down a little bit, you know, so I can load the transmission because what it is, it's hitting the firewall. So I'm gonna have to do some cut. Man, it's a big project, but I got to cut the firewall out, and then maybe even this cross member. I mean, so I got to take the headers off, the exhaust headers, because that's hitting the frame, so it won't let the motor go down, so I can lower it, because I'm hoping I can lower it enough where I can pull the transmission out without hitting anything. So I'm loosening up the exhaust over here, because whoever built this car, they welded the exhaust. It's like, can't take it apart, you know, it's all one piece. So I'm gonna loosen this bracket here, so I'm hoping it'll just swivel out away from the engine so I can lower it, you know. But that's where I'm at now. All right, I got the air cleaner off, the headers off, the oil sensor, everything that was close to the firewall. And now I'm gonna try to lower it and pull the transmission out. Hopefully it won't hit anything. Yeah, it's definitely out. Just gotta move this wood.
Wood out, maybe. Yeah. Ready? Got it. Oh, boy.
Okay, just got the transmission out. It's a heavy mother. It's all cast iron. But yeah, got that out. It's great. Now I probably have to take this plate off. Well, I'm probably gonna have to cut all this out, the whole floor over here. Make room for the new adapter plate. But I guess I gotta pull this off, you know, to get to the pressure plate and the flywheel. Pretty cool. All right, just gotta work on the rest now. Pull the pressure plate off, the clutch, then take the flywheel off.
One more.
All right, got the flywheel off, and now I put this, bell housing back on. And this is the adapter plate that adapts that transmission to this car. And I'm gonna have to do some cutting in the floor. So I'm just putting it together just to mark everything up, Make sure, see how much you gotta cut and stuff. Just trying to just see what I gotta do here. All right, well, I jacked it up to get the motor where it should be, and it's pretty good, except for a few things. I'm gonna have to cut this cross member out, probably over here and over here. This is definitely in the way. And then I'm gonna have to cut some of the floor, back, probably up to this cross member over here. Because the tranny's actually about an inch taller than where it bolts on over here. So it's definitely gonna have to go up. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some cutting. And yeah, other than that, it looks pretty good. All right, I'm removing the carpet so I don't start a fire or something, because I gotta cut the floor out, for the transmission. So getting the carpet out right now. I'm marking off everything I gotta cut now. So I got the straight edge on the bell housing, trying to get everything pretty straight. And then I'm gonna drill some holes up, through the floor, and then cut it from the top. Because I gotta cut this cross member, and it's easier from the top. And I'll probably have to do some from underneath too, but so that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, it's coming out really good. I just got to do a little more cutting, and then I got to go underneath and cut this cross member out. I cut through the top of it, and yeah, it's coming out really good. Yeah, it's great. This transmission, it has two positions with the shifter. You could leave it where it is, or you could switch it around. I got to switch it around because it's getting pretty close to the seat. So I'm taking it off and going to switch it around. Oh, it's got like two positions. Pretty easy, pretty cool. Man, at least something was easy. Man, went together really good. Yeah, it's great. Shifted it, goes through all the gears, everything works. Yeah, it's great. Oh man, I can't wait. Right here. So now I'll go like oh, it's just gotta go a little more. It's really not much. All right, I got everything cut and everything should fit in there, hopefully. If not, I gotta tweak it a little. But I got all this out, cut all the everything. move the shifter. Yeah, I guess the next step is I gotta move this brake line. I'm actually gonna reroute it onto the other side. And I actually nicked it a little bit, so I gotta do it anyway. And I'm gonna start putting it back together, I guess, you know, as much as I could do without the rest of the parts. All right, got the new flywheel, and I'm gonna start putting it all back together. Got the pressure plate, got the clutch already in, and the alignment tool, and the flywheel's on. And it's coming together slowly. Okay, got the flywheel in, got the clutch in, the pressure plate, and now we're gonna put the cover on here. You know, it's like this cover, and there's another cover that goes on, like a bell housing, and then the adapter goes onto that. That's it. Yeah, I called up Speedway Motors where I bought the transmission, and I go, yeah, I gotta slide the spacer onto the tranny. He goes, oh, it should just slide right on. I go, there's no way. So I gotta pull this off, and I'm gonna press it on with the press. That's it. That's great. So I have another problem. When I got this kit for the tranny, it has a spring that connects here to a tab that's supposed to be here, but there's nothing. So what I did is I got longer bolts, and I'm gonna put some washers on it so it'll build it past this little countersink here. And then I made this little piece, and I put a hole here for the spring, and the bolt's gonna go through here, and the spring's gonna get on here. If you happen to buy this transmission setup for a flathead, and it doesn't have that tab there, you can make a bracket like this. You know, just get longer bolts. They're 1.5 inches, and I use some lock washers as spacers, 2 on each side, and then 1 on this side, and then I just put a hole in this over here, and I'm putting the spring there, and I think it's gonna work pretty good. All right, I just got the spring on, and it looks like it's gonna work really good. Man, super happy. Man, that's great. Now I'm just gonna put everything else back together. I finally got it all together, and this is the throwout bearing assembly. And when the clutch hooks up to this rod here, and it pushes it out into the pressure plate, as you can see, that's how it works. Got the transmission in, and we put a strap around the transmission and a 2x4 across the doors, and that helped a lot to pull it up, you know. And a little jigging around, and went right in. So I'm real happy. Now I'm putting all the bolts in, and it's coming together slowly, but it's getting there. Well, this is my transmission support. I had the 2x4 across the doors with the strap around the transmission. But it ends up I got to cut a little bit more of the floor out. It's hitting about a 1/2 inch. And then it looks like it's going to be really good, you know. Yeah, it's great. I got the tranny already bolted up. It looks pretty good, man. I'm really happy. Very happy with it. I made this transmission mount today, and I made it so it unbolts. So if you ever have to pull the transmission out, this whole thing will come off, so it won't be in the way. So yeah, I made that all out of 1.5 inch angle line by 3/16. It looks pretty heavy duty. And then I welded the other piece up there to the cross member that I cut out. I welded that up there, and this bolts to it. Go like this, just like that. And here's the transmission mount. I picked that up the other day at the auto parts store. Worked out really well, and yeah, the transmission's all installed. Everything's ready to go now. I just got to take a measurement from here to the rear end over here on the universals and get a measurement. And then I have to have the drive shaft made because I can't do that. It has to be like perfect. If it's off a little, you get bad vibration or whatever. It has to be like perfect. So I got to send that out to do, and then I got to fix this brake line right here. I cut it. So I'm going to unscrew it here and over here on the master cylinder. So I got another piece of tubing, brake line, and I had to reroute it like this, you know. And it looks pretty good. And I just got to tighten everything. Well, I'm just trying to figure out where to put the shifter. And I think I'm going to cut it like right over here. Yeah, I don't want it too high, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's great. Yep, got a shifter now. Yeah, it came out really good, actually. Fourth, fifth. That's great. I'm over here at the place that's going to cut the drive shaft down, and it's called Driveline Services in Colorado Springs. So I'm bringing it inside, get it done.
Yeah.
I went from the drive line, you know, the where the shaft
Into
comes.
the- yeah, into
yeah,
the
from the
trans
tip
shaft.
of the shaft inside
Okay.
the hole, all the way to, you know, like the
Should
metal.
have a yoke like this.
Yeah, I went to this.
Okay.
I went to this, to the, you know, the.
Yeah, this is actually an old Mustang shaft.
Oh, I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
It's a hot rod. It's a 28 Roadster.
So on the rear diff, does it have tabs like this that it sits
boy.
down in between?
I don't think it does.
I'll need you to look at that
Okay,
and see,
I'll look and I'll
because
call you.
It should. I don't believe that they ever used this.
It
bolted
probably
in.
does. I just didn't really look.
Yeah. Yeah, most likely it will. So if it
Yeah.
does, see, these are actually 1-inch caps like you measured.
Yeah.
But if it's got these tabs, they didn't use this joint.
Oh.
Somebody just put it in because it seemed to fit that way.
Oh, I see.
So if it's got those tabs, then it's a later model rear end, and
Okay.
we can get to it with a U joint. But I wouldn't.
I'll call you because you
Yeah.
say it's going to be like 4 days before.
Yeah, probably 3-4 days.
So I'll
if I
give you a
get that
call
yoke.
tomorrow if that's okay.
What's your dimension?
You know, from that shaft, input shaft, whatever, all the
Uh-huh.
way to this. It's 29 inches and a quarter.
29 1/4.
Yeah.
And you did measure right to the flat?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And I double checked it, like just make sure.